What's up guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Justin Davis. Today I have the Esky Sparrow. It is a beginner ready to fly biplane with twin motors on board. It has a 2S battery on here. We also have a 4K camera on the very top. So I'm going to try to show you a little bit of flight footage today in this review. We're going to talk about everything from the power system on here, the battery, the ESC, and it has a little stabilizer on here. It has a 6-axis gyro, it has dual rates on here, and it has a throttle hold switch. So we're going to go ahead and get into some flying real quick, and we'll talk about this plane while it's in the air and what I think about it so far. Oh yeah, and one other cool thing is this whole elevator back here moves up and down. The entire surface right there, that moves up and down. Pretty cool. It has ailerons, but it does not have a rudder. So very beginner friendly, slow flying, awesome biplane. Let's go ahead and do some flying. I'll show you some onboard footage as well. Here we go. All right guys, let's go ahead and take off here. We're gonna see how it does. Full throttle with that camera. I don't know if it's gonna make it off the ground. Oh my goodness. Just barely made it off the ground. Gonna try to, oh no, hit a tree. Okay, we're gonna try it without the camera on board. All right guys, we're in high rates again. This time we're gonna take off and see if we can get off the ground. Full throttle, full speed ahead with the camera on board. It's recording. Let's go. We got dual rates happening here. I don't know if it's gonna get up in time. Oh my God, it's gonna crash again. Oh no, we're not gonna make it up. We're just gonna stop right there. Oh, can we turn around? Oh, maybe we can do a long parking lot takeoff here. All right, full throttle, right toward us. Let's go. Full stick up. Trying to make it up with that camera. Come on, baby. It's not gonna do it. And I'm taking off. And now, no problem. And you know, what's cool about this plane is that, yeah, it's slow enough and aerobatic enough to be able to fly indoors, like inside a gymnasium or something like that. Totally inside a gym. Baseball field. I mean, this is like making turns right here. And they say in the instruction manual that this baby will turn within 1.5 meters. So yeah, it's like an indoor or outdoor biplane. We have some, actually have some AMA flights on Thursday nights for Sky Nights. And the Sky Knights meet, they fly their little stuff, and this one would definitely fly in that space. If you slow down on the throttle, it just cruises. Hopefully you can still see that in the camera view. That is a lot of fun. And let's come in and do a little landing here. We'll just go down the parking lot, circle back around, biplane style. No FPV today, just pure line of sight flying. And soft as a feather. Let's go ahead and take off again, taxi around, full throttle up, baby. So they say it gets a pretty good flight time. I'm not sure what that will be. Uh-oh, I almost hit that light pole. You know, I'm thinking like, if I get 10 minutes and it's 32 degrees outside today, that would be impressive. It would also be impressive if this thing would hover. Let's try to get it to hover. I don't think it will. But no, it's not gonna hover. It's not like one of those ultralight 3D planes. This baby is just a pure cruiser. Really try not to hit that tree over there. How cool is that? Look at low, slow flying. That was an unintentional touch and go. Now, I'm in full rates right now, and let me show you what low rates looks like. So it's gonna fly really nice and slow. It's not gonna give me that tight turn. So I'm gonna do a big sweeping turn. It's gonna fly around the light pole again, over the trees. And let's just kill the motors and see how it glides to a landing. Not too bad. You can have a little better efficient glide. I guess you could scoot the battery just a tiny bit. The cool thing about this plane also is that it has CG markings under the wing. I believe under the bottom wing for your fingers, so you can see where the CG of your battery needs to be. And that just means moving the battery forward or backwards for the beginners. Look how cool that thing is. We can do some donuts with this little guy. Should we do some donuts? Twin engine donuts, there we go. Awesome, let's go full throttle and take off again. Now, the manual actually says like, you can do full throttle for like the full flight time. Let's just do a fast flyby there. And it is really durable because I already crashed into a tree down at the end of the parking lot and it survived. The canopy for the battery flew off. But look at that in low rate. Did you see that? It goes back to level. So if I let go of the sticks, in low rates, this baby is leveling out. If I let go of the stick, watch this. Okay, I want to try to watch this, hold my beer. As I fly into this pine tree, I almost flew into a pine tree. Okay, I'm gonna come back around into the camera view and I want you to see that, oh God. We're gonna do a durability test. Oh, it's flying crazy erratic. Okay, here we go, I'm back to the field. Okay, let go of the stick, see it level out, cool. Now I'm gonna come back around. And I wonder if we can do some flips and rolls in high rates. What do you guys think? I don't know if this thing has enough power for that. I need to get really high for that. I really hate to like crash it into the concrete at full throttle. It's not gonna let me. Oh yeah, it will. Oh no. It doesn't want to do a full roll. Okay, so it is very beginner friendly. I don't see that it will do manual, but it really does a tight turn. So if this was like your first airplane, kind of go from like mild to wild here. I'm really having to work on my depth perception today with this flight because of all the trees and power poles. That was a Navy landing. That's what they call a Navy landing, a quick, fast landing. Okay, and now I'm back into dual rates, high and low rates, stabilization, gyro, twin engine. This is a cool release. I've got a little tail dragger set up here, and I want you to notice something about the landing gear. The landing gear is super wide. It's an extra wide landing gear, and it kind of reminds me of the Avistar nitro trainer that I used to have. A really wide stance tail dragger, it lands a lot better than, you know, say a narrow stance. Wide stance is very forgiving and it just kind of bounces to the ground. You kind of land on one wheel. If I was really fancy, I'd try to land on one wheel for you. See right there, it just catches itself. No problem. Man, this first battery is a lot of fun. So mine came with 2 batteries and I think you guys will get 2 with yours. And it definitely flies way better than the Eachine Cessna that I have reviewed on the channel before. Come back around. How crazy is it that I have not hit a tree since that first crash? I'm loving the high rates. So I should show you more of the low rates, but I'm having so much fun flying this biplane in the high rates. Yeah, I'm really getting to work on my line of sight skills here for you. Some of you guys that watch my channel, most of the time I'm flying FPV and it's kind of like sitting in the cockpit. Oh, my first crash. There we go. So yeah, it's kind of like sitting in the cockpit with FPV view, but also another cool thing about this is that when it flips over, the props don't touch the ground. So the gyros are trying to help out here. You can see the surfaces moving and up and down as well. Keep the nose up. We can also do a hand launch. We can try to do a hand launch. Here we go. And there's like 0 wind right now. I almost hit that tree. Almost hit that tree. And we're just gonna come in for a little pavement landing here. You can probably catch this plane. Take off again. And that's what I love about micros. This little guy is under 250 grams. No need to register this one. Takeoff weight is under 250, which is awesome. FAA does not care about this one or deem it as an aircraft. This little guy is purely a toy. So cool. And let's go back into high rates here. Gonna do some tight turns. And it'll let you get almost like pointing the wingtip to the ground, but it won't let you like do a roll. I'm gonna go up high again and just try that. I might be testing my luck here. Just gonna go full stick. It's not gonna do it. It will dive at the ground, but it will not roll. So that's interesting. So you have to figure out how to get this baby in manual mode. I'm sure it has a full manual mode. With RC airplanes, acro mode is what we call manual mode. And this would kind of be in acro mode, honestly, because it still does have some onboard stabilizer or gyro help. Even in acro mode, there's still a little bit of accelerometer help. This baby's rocking a little accelerometer. Oh man, I almost hit that tree just then. But yeah, keep it nice and tight. The battery time is nice and long. It almost wants to hover. I mean, I know there's a lot of better planes out there, guys. You guys are probably gonna make some comments, oh, this plane's better, that plane's better, but check that out. That was a pretty hard crash right there. So let's check out, is there any damage? I'm gonna flip the throttle kill switch on the right side. And man, this landing gear is really punch back. They're like aluminum landing gear. And this is great for today because it's wet out here and all the electronics are inside the fuselage. That's the cool thing about sailplanes and airplanes. When you're flying electric sailplanes, airplanes outside on a snowy day, if you crash in the snow, most of your electronics are inside the fuselage. Whereas like, you know, FPV plane, I mean FPV multi-rotor, let's say, most of the electronics are exposed. If you don't have them covered or have some kind of conformal coating on them, you're gonna fry that electronics. So, whoa, almost biffed it. Having fun flying around that light pole over there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Man, this thing is like on a constant hover. So cool. About half stick, she almost kind of hovers. Uh-oh, I hit the car. So as soon as you crash, one of the things you want to do to avoid damaging your motors or having something go bad on you, burn up an ESC or something like that, or burn up the flight controller, is just go ahead and hit throttle hold on the right side of your transmitter. That is right here. So you see a red and a green button right there. So red is throttle kill. High and low rates on this side. Here we go. We still got battery, you guys. Let's just keep flying here. I'm gonna go ahead and arm it. Wow, I saw some water kick up off of it that time. Went down into the snow. Oh man, that low rate is really low. I don't know how I got between the light pole and the tree. The coolest thing about flying something, I think, versus like RC cars, guys, is like, whoa. Getting something off the ground, it's always like a challenge to get it off the ground, fly it around in the air, and then like bring it back to the ground and land it, and you take it home in one piece that day. It's like, that's like the most rewarding thing ever for RC airplanes. Like, that to me is like the coolest thing about RC airplanes. Getting it in the air, take it off, fly it around, bring it home in one piece, and landing it without breaking it. I mean, it's just such a challenge to fly RC airplanes compared to just a drone with stabilization. I mean, I know this plane has a little stabilization. I'm really skirting those trees over there. But for the most part, you know what? This is kind of a fairly manual flying plane. It's not helping me out a ton. It does feel more like a traditional RC airplane. It has pretty good rate in the high rate. If you have a big field, fly it in the low rate. Like if you're a beginner, just go to a big field somewhere. Even like a soccer field would be good. Start out in low rate, and you could probably do a hand toss. And also think about your next turn before you do it. Like if you're heading toward a tree, you know, be sure to bank away from the tree. And let's do a little landing here. Just a little plop down. And the cool thing is there's no propeller up front on the nose. So when you do plop down, the propellers are up high on the wing. So you don't actually scrape the propellers on the pavement. That's super cool. So this battery is still going. We are still flying this baby. I mean, yeah, this battery might last like 15 minutes. Like, it's kind of crazy. I'm still getting a lot of full throttle out of this LiPo. It's 2S650 LiPo. Oh, I think we're dying now. Now we're dying. All right, she's coming down. You should never really fly them down this low, but that was a lot of fun to fly. I'm gonna go ahead and hit throttle kill there. Throttle kill, we have high and low rates. a little bit of stabilization, and just a really easy airplane to fly. So you can check this one out, the link down below. And as always, guys, please do subscribe to my channel to see what's new and what's coming up in the RC community. I have tons of new releases coming into the Drone Camps channel all the time. Not just drones, but airplanes, drones, FPV race drones, gliders, FPV planes, RC cars. We do it all right here on this channel. So I'm Justin Davis. Take care, guys. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. I'll see you on the next one.